All right, look, if you've been in crypto for a while, or even if you're new in crypto, you probably hear a lot of people out there telling you not to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin's not gonna give you the profits that altcoins will give you, and that Bitcoin's too expensive, so even if it 2 or 3 X's, it won't make a difference, you won't make life-changing money. And I'm here to debunk that in this video, because typically people that say this do not know what they're talking about and don't understand how to use Bitcoin within your portfolio to build wealth. And listen, I'm not going to talk about trading. I'm not going to talk about years ahead right now. I'm just going to show you something simple that most people out there are missing. And listen, I was missing this too. When I first started in crypto in 2017, I was missing this too. I didn't understand it. It just seemed logical. Why should I buy Bitcoin when I can buy altcoins? But I learned my lesson, and I want to share this lesson with you here today. And I'm not going to edit this video. Look, I'm just drinking coffee, which is finished, but I just want to talk to you like man to man or man to woman, or just me and you, right? I just want to talk to you and explain things to you and get straight to the point. So let's get started here. All right, so what people are saying, or what people are telling you in their infinite wisdom, is not to buy Bitcoin because it will give you a 2 or 3x at the most, while altcoins can give you a 10, 20, even 30x. And I'm gonna debunk this in this video and actually show you why holding Bitcoin in your portfolio is the difference between getting rich and making wealth. Because listen, altcoins will make you rich, Bitcoin will make you wealthy. I'm not gonna talk about trading, I'm not gonna talk about none of that. Just hear me out here. Oh, I'm not gonna even talk about hold Bitcoin for 10, 20 years or anything like that, okay? Let me show you something here. See, their argument is if you have $1,000, Bitcoin at 2, 3x will give you 2 to 3K at best, while altcoins can give you 10 to 30K, and that could be life-changing. And look, in a way they are right, but they are missing something here. They really are missing something here. First of all, Bitcoin, it will not just give you a 2, 3x. Yes, maybe towards the end of the bull market, maybe even less than 2x. Yes, that's true. But typically it doesn't just give you a 2, 3x, as we have noticed in this cycle. It could give you a lot more, okay? I mean, we called Bitcoin at 15.6K and it's now 108K. But people will say even this, even an almost 10x is not enough. You can make a lot more in altcoins. Yes, okay, I understand that. But what people are missing is nothing goes up in a straight line. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Things go down, they come up, they go down, and so on. And what happens is when Bitcoin drops, altcoins, they drop even more, okay? If Bitcoin sneezes, altcoins drop. If Bitcoin goes down 20%, altcoins go down 50, 70%, and so on. Plus, it's a lot riskier. Some vanish, some don't recover, and you get the drift here. But you also have to understand that Bitcoin itself, even in super bull markets, can go down 30, 40, 50%. I was saying this a couple of years ago. Last year, nobody believed me. Look what happened, right? And look what happened to altcoins. Look what happened to altcoins now. Everyone's still waiting for an alt season, right? But let me show you something, because this is the important part. So if you're stuck up to now, congratulations. This is the most important part of the video, okay? So hear me out here. See, the reason you want Bitcoin is this, and I'm gonna give you a typical portfolio here, okay? I'm gonna give you a typical portfolio and explain to you why it's powerful to hold Bitcoin, even if it's just 2, 3x's or even less, okay? But even if it's just 2x's, okay? So let's say you have $10,000 to invest. And what you wanna do is you wanna put 5,000 in altcoins and 5,000 in Bitcoin. And no, I'm not gonna say over time Bitcoin will beat altcoins, which it will. What I'm gonna say is something completely different here. See, let's say you get like altcoin X, B, C, whatever. And you put, let's say, 2,000 in this, 2,000 in this, and 1,000 in this. And you have Bitcoin over here with 5,000. even if Bitcoin just 2x's at the very best, okay? If these altcoins here go to shit, complete shit, to zero, which a lot do, at least at $5,000 at a 2x will give you your money back. It's very simple. Bitcoin serves as a guarantee. So when you have altcoins and Bitcoin, you can actually bet on altcoins without worrying if some of them go down or even if they all go down, because Bitcoin, even at a 2x, will give you money back. And even if it doesn't in this bull market because it's right at the top, well, the chances are in the next bull market you at least get it back. So it's kind of a guarantee, but that's not all. Let me show you something else. Let's say these are going up. Let's say this one becomes 6,000, this one becomes 4,000. Let's say this one actually goes down and goes to shit because it was SafeMoon or I don't know, some other crap coin over here. But let's say it goes to 6 to 4. What you want to do is you want to take profits into Bitcoin. Also USDT if you want to exit markets. But if you take profits into Bitcoin, once Bitcoin goes down, just a little bit, and altcoins go down even more, you can still buy those altcoins with your Bitcoin. Does that make sense? So taking profits into Bitcoin keeps you exposed to crypto, right? While being able to take profits, and then could actually let you buy the dip with Bitcoin. So you can actually change from crypto, from altcoins to Bitcoin throughout the cycle, get more Bitcoin at the end. That's the most liquid asset and the ones that's safest, and then take profits from Bitcoin if you need to into USDT at the end of the bull market. So holding Bitcoin in your portfolio is a way to, first of all, guarantee yourself in as much as possible in crypto, right? Number two, to be able to be exposed in crypto and still buy dips with the Bitcoin. And number three, it's actually sound hard money, or has sound hard money principles. So you're actually diversifying and hedging against the economy. So if you want to take the maxi route, I could talk about this all day. No, I'm not a maxi, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, I'm a shitcoin minimalist, but you get the drift here. So Bitcoin being part of your portfolio is extremely important. Now, there are a lot of myths out there in crypto. There are a lot of myths out there that even experts are parroting that are keeping you poor. And it's really bad because a lot of these myths, they sound so logical, so sensical, so duh, but they're just simply not true. And that's why they're keeping you poor. Things like the best time to buy is in a bear market. No, it's not. The best time to buy is as you're coming out of a bear market. And I know it's hard to understand and comprehend this, and I know it's difficult to grasp because a lot of these myths just sound so real. So what I did, I created a webinar, a free webinar. I just said webinar. I created a free webinar. Webinar that actually goes through these myths and actually busts them and tells you and shows you how to actually succeed in crypto. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for it. I'm going to leave a link right here and also in the description down below. Sign up, watch that webinar. At the end of the webinar, there's no catch. At the end of the webinar, I'm probably going to show you one of my products. If you want to buy it, great. If you don't, no problem. Go watch the webinar. It's completely free. And then decide if you want that product at the end. That's all there is to it. It's completely free. And if you have a problem with that, if you don't want to watch a webinar because you think I'm going to close you with magical, mystical powers to buy something at the end, then what can I say? Don't watch the webinar and watch this video right here next. This busts another myth, but check out the webinar really, or watch this video here. It's up to you.